NASA's farthest distant spacecraft is called Voyager 1. It's crazy that it's in interstellar space now. It was introduced around 45 years ago, and it's keeps striking locations where no one was expecting it. Well beyond its anticipated lifetime, NASA nailed this one. It's really transformative. The space travel game, but take note of this. This old place isn't only that far away. Data is still being sent by school spacecraft, using technology that predates cassettes. When the player launched in 1977, it just made a revelation that has everyone talking. What does it imply for us, and what is it? Gary Flandreau was a man back in the day. From NASA discovered a clever way to Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and just with a pencil and some cunning he discovered. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, the gas giants would form a alignment allowing a spaceship to use gravity of each planet to accelerate. This sliced a hole like an unseen tow line. 12-year journey to Neptune after 30 years. The drawback is that this only occurs once after 176 years, NASA seized the opportunity and launched. Only 15 days separate Voyager 1 and 2 in the summer of '77. This cosmic lineup was what they intended to employ. I had no idea these two would destroy everything. Space mission records. Currently more than 45. Both of them are still alive years later, returning information from the periphery of the solar system. They are the most distant ships ever. More than everyone first believed there. The first mission was only intended to be. These pioneers provided us with 4 years. Breathtaking up-close views of Jupiter and the moons of Saturn are giving us insane ice fields and volcanoes. Voyager 2 was, in '86, the first to pass Uranus, and in 1989, Neptune sent back a startling discoveries made in previously unexplored locations. Over 14 billion kilometers away from Earth, these things still resemble space insects, astounding people and stretching the boundaries of. As far as we know, their journey began with Venus's gravitational increase was never completed. Prior to traveling to Jupiter, they across the perilous ring of asteroids. Pioneer 10 and 11 have already completed it, although it didn't stop there. The computers on board possessed RAM that was just 69 kilobases less than Today, they needed to be astute about managing this journey. The information was saved on cassette recorders, then returned with like a light bulb, a 23W transmitter. Possessed 12T satellite dishes for communication. Returning home with a lightspeed radio. As they advanced, the signals became more difficult. Took over 18 hours to get from Voyager 2. Arrive on Earth and emit radio noise from. It was difficult to pick up there. Despite all of this, the Voyagers continue to wow us with new findings in space. They have altered our understanding of the universe and our perception of the unknown. Beyond our solar system, there is the Oort cloud contains a lot of ice, kept together by the gravity of the sun. The Voyagers are gradually moving in that direction, although interstellar space was reached when they went over the edge of the helipause. Our solar system was believed to around 50 celestial units away from Earth. Thus, they continued to support the mission as the probes got close to that milestone. However, nothing went wrong when they crossed. It was perplexing. Scientists, everyone anticipated a leap in high-energy cosmic rays. Launched by supernovas, we are protected by the heliosphere. From the majority of that, the group kept an eye on alterations in magnetic field theory. Interstellar would be different. However, the Voyagers failed to spot any significant changes at last on August 25, 2012. After passing through the helipause, Voyager 1 transmitted back data that shows an increase in plasma density, yet there has been no shift in the magnetic field, which was peculiar since they believed that the magnetic field would change while leaving a region that is controlled by, if you like this, the sun to other stars. Please like and subscribe to the Voyager's video. Mission continues to excite everyone. We get fresh ideas from the data they provide back about the universe they are now in. Space outside of the sun's orbit. Impact, but their journey is far from over. They continue to return crucial information from sources outside of our solar system. As they go further into space, they're investigating the material between stars, radiation, magnetic fields, and particles. They are providing us with straight information from this. Voyager 1 is a mostly undiscovered location, providing data on cosmic rays that is essential to comprehending the cosmos. This aids astronomers in comprehending the Milky Way. Superior, the strength of the problem is diminishing, but Voyager 1 ought to endure until, by 2030, the information they have will. The Voyager missions have a lengthy lifespan, have altered our perception of the universe. As they have shown, the solar system isn't the only cool person in the world. The Voyager mission's unique feature is the platinum record for both. This record is similar to a message spaceship. Contains noises from humans to aliens, greetings from Earth in several languages, a kiss, and even some songs convey a message of wish that these probes encounter extraterrestrials. In addition, they will have some knowledge about us. The Voyager mission's scientific had a significant impact on our culture. Demonstrate our interest and want to learn. The reality that these items are no longer above anything else we've created is motivating. They are spreading our message. Voyager probes are sent across the cosmos. Will continue to float in space for a long time. Voyager 1 has traveled more than 14 billion kilometers from the planet Earth and will pass via the galaxy for maybe millions of years. Communicating with us, both probes will gradually migrate away from the Milky Way. Eternity in space. The Voyager missions demonstrate our desire to investigate and comprehend the cosmos. They demonstrate we may do incredible things when we examine the data they return. It's evident that the effects of Voyager will be felt for generations, encouraging exploration. You discover that these spaceships were designed to investigate the solar system's outer regions, but they are now pioneers of the interstellar. Voyager 1 and 2's findings include supplying us with fresh perspectives on space. Additionally, missions have prepared the way for future space exploration. The Voyager. Eventually, spaceships will stop talking, although their heritage will endure via their information and the motivation they have provided to researchers and explorers serve as a reminder that everything, when we strive for the stars, it is feasible. Venus, an accomplishment never previously made by spaceships and a path to Mercury. They created history as genuine trailblazers. It took the spacecraft to reach Jupiter. Mercury is 10 times further away from Earth and had them go through it. The perilous belt of asteroid feet. Previously, Pioneer 10 and 11 tackled probes, but the difficulties didn't stop there. Only 69 KB of memory are available there. Little portion of a contemporary smartphone. The computers that were on board had to depend on their own judgment to handle the intricacies of this remarkable instrument. Collected travel data, saved on track tape onboard Voyager recorders before to being sent to Earth using a transmitter that used only 23 watts, is about equivalent to a light's power. These probes were fitted with 12 T-bulbs, diameter of satellite dishes to enable. They communicate via light-speeded radio to transmit and receive communications, but the growing separation from Earth in 3 to 4 light seconds in advance. Every day brought significant difficulties. One of the difficulties for Voyager 2's transmissions, for instance, took about 18 hours to get to Earth. Radio background noise is becoming louder. Mobile phones, TVs, and other sources made it more challenging to detect the weak signals coming from the. Despite these challenges, spacecraft expectations have been exceeded by Voyager probes and never cease to astound scientists with surprising findings in an interplanetary emptiness. Their adventure has changed the way we think about the world and changed how we see the There is something unknown outside of our solar system. The mysterious or cloud, a huge group of comet-like particles that were held, joined by the gravity of the sun and reaching the closest star despite. The Voyagers continue to move slowly. Their entrance into that far-off land started their journey into interstellar space when they passed the limit of the helipause between the solar system, and this border in interstellar space was thought to be about 50 units of astronomy from Earth, and hence it was determined to keep sponsoring the even as the probes got closer to that goal milestone. But going beyond this line did not see a sudden shift in the surroundings that leave scientists puzzled by the interstellar passage. It was anticipated that space will be accompanied by a sudden rise in the quantity of high-energy particles known as cosmic rays, nearly reaching the speed of light, expelled by supernovas and other celestial phenomenon. However, the majority of the high rays of energy are redirected by the magnetic shield produced by the heliosphere shields our solar system from the majority of outside dangers. Additionally, the Voyager mission crew carefully observed any modifications to the current in a magnetic field similar to the spaceship entered the interstellar space and atmosphere made up of ionized gases and impacted by surrounding celestial bodies, and predicted interstellar magnetic field to have a different orientation than of the heliosphere. But the Voyager probes failed to find any notable modifications to the magnetic field on August 25, 2012. It was, at last, Voyager 1 passed through the helipause and sent intriguing information, verifying the anticipated rise in plasma density, but without proof of a magnetic field shift. This was unexpected, since it was expected that while leaving an area that is dominated by fields of sun energy to one impacted by other celestial bodies, a discernible shift in the direction of. Tell me what you think about the magnetic field. If you liked it, please share in the comments section. Remember to press the like button on the video. Click and become a subscriber to the channel. The mission of the Voyager spacecraft continues to interest the scientific, the public, and the community as they go farther away from Earth. The information they keep sending back fresh insights into the enigmas surrounding the cosmos, despite the fact that both Voyager 1 and now in interstellar space is Voyager 2, much beyond the range of our sun's impact. Their amazing adventure, isn't it? Nonetheless, in spite of the great distance, they probes are still in use, sending priceless data from as the Voyagers beyond the solar system, as they go further into interstellar space, are assigned to do environmental research between the stars. The interstellar medium is made of radiation, magnetic fields, and particles that are present in the large voids. For the first time between star systems, these probes are providing historical, direct information from this mostly unstudied. For example, Voyager 1 has been returning data about cosmic, high-energy particles called rays that are vital to comprehending the conduct of the cosmos. This kind of information is beneficial. Astronomers have a greater understanding of the Milky Way dynamics and structure beyond the galaxy. While the probes' power supplies are gradually running out, the anticipated power of Voyager 1 is sufficient to sustain it until 2030. If so, there is no question that the information, the items they have gathered, will have a durable influence of the Voyager missions, radically altered our comprehension of the universe. They have verified that the solar system is not a solitary entity in the cosmos, but a component of a vast, more expansive, dynamic, and linked interplanetary space. Via their amazing voyage, that the Voyagers have shown the extent to which human ingenuity can take us and the amount of knowledge we can acquire when we push the limits of investigation. One of the most significant the Voyager mission's features include the golden record was transported by both spacecrafts. A copper disk that has been gold-plated has a humanity's message to potential civilizations from space. The earthly noises are included in the album. Greetings in 55 languages are included. Music from many civilizations, including the Akissa's sound, conveys an everlasting message, with the aim that if these probes ever come upon sentient life, they will bring a little of our identity with them as a species, together with their contributions to science. The Voyager missions have had a significant cultural impact. Influence they embody as the collective human curiosity and exploration and revelation, the notion that man-made things have moved deeper into space, more motivating than any other in history. Our message is now being carried by spaceships, not just in the solar system but also into the galaxy's very fabric. In the future, the Voyager probes will keep slipping into the unknown. For Voyager 1 is the furthest distant of the millennia. Currently, human-made items are greater than 14 billion kilometers away from the planet. It is anticipated to move across the cosmos for millions or perhaps hundreds of thousands, many years, with our message in tow, as well as our heritage. Both probes will ultimately depart from the Milky Way galaxy and wander in the empty space between galaxies, perhaps indefinitely. The Voyager missions symbolize people's unwavering desire to investigate in order to find the unknown and to comprehend the environment we live in. Their experience demonstrates that even in the face of an apparently insurmountable problems, that we can overcome amazing achievements as we keep learning. One thing about the data they return is Voyager's legacy will undoubtedly reverberate for future generations, encouraging the next generation to keep going, investigating education and aiming for the sky. As we consider the amazing, the accomplishment of these tasks is crucial. Should keep in mind that the Voyager spaceship were first created with the intention of exploring the outermost regions of our solar system and provide priceless scientific information, but because of the engineers' excellence and the project scientists, as well as the surprising durability of these, they have these probes regarding spacecraft. Volkswagen Beetle dimensions have departed Earth by more than 14 billion kilometers and continue to wow scientists with amazing discoveries in space. Amazing journey began with Venus's gravitational pull, anything that has never been attempted before. Jupiter required 10 times the Mercury's distance from Earth and traversing the asteroid belt, which, however, Pioneers 10 and 11 had already completed. Not only that, but there were just 69 kilobytes, far less memory than your phone. The onboard computers required to be intelligent enough to manage the mission. The data was stored on recording recorders and returned to Earth by beaming, making use of a 23W transmitter about as strong enough to light a lamp. The probes used 12T satellite dishes for radio communication with us. Signals moved at the speed of light, yet moving away from Earth by around 3 or every day for light seconds made a difference. Tough, for instance, Voyager 2 sends took more than 18 hours to get to us. Background noise from mobile phones and televisions. Still, the Voyager didn't benefit from phones. Probes have continued to astound us with discoveries that have altered our perspective. The universe and the unknowable outside of the orbit is located beyond the solar system. Cloud, a collection of frozen items kept, joined by the gravity of the sun that, reaching toward the closest star. That's where the Voyagers are going, and they began their journey into the interstellar space at the time of their helipause crossing. Scientists at the frontier of our solar system believed that this limit was around 50 units of astronomy from Earth. Therefore, they continued to support the mission, but crossing this line didn't make a difference. Distant, which caused confusion. Scientists believed there would be a leap in the high energy of cosmic rays. Fragments from supernovas, typically the heliosphere, prevents harmful rays, safeguarding our solar system. The group also kept an eye out for modifications, anticipating it to be in the magnetic field. In interstellar space, however, the probes found little change. Ultimately, Voyager 1 launched on August 25, 2012, sent back data after crossing the helipause, with an increase in plasma density. Nonetheless, the magnetic field did not shift as anticipated. It was strange, since scientists believed that leaving an area governed by the Sun to one that is governed by other stars would result in a change in the magnetic field. The Voyager mission continues to be incredible. As they go, scientists and the general public, the information they transmit back is gone from Earth, provides fresh information about the cosmos. Despite being in interstellar, these probes are still operational in orbit and delivering important information on the Voyager's work. Studying what is between the stars is the next step. Radiation, magnetic fields, and particles between star systems in the void. Voyager 1 is returning data about cosmic rays that aid in our comprehension. The cosmos. This information aids astronomers determine the Milky Way galaxy's functions. The probe's power is gradually decreasing. Voyager 1 is expected to continue until around 2030. The information they have collected will have. These missions have had a significant influence, showing us that we are not alone in our solar system, but a portion of a larger, related area. The Voyagers have shown the extent of how far our inventiveness can carry us, and how much we may discover when we investigate one of the Voyager mission's greatest features include on board, the golden record has greetings from Earth sounds in 55 dialects, music, and even a kiss, provide a hopeful message to other cultures that should they locate the probes, they will discover something about ourselves in addition to their. Additionally, the Voyager mission scientific significantly influenced our culture, demonstrate our interest in learning and finding. It's incredible that man-made things have gone further than these spacecraft have never been seen before. Spread our message around the solar system and into the Voyager galaxy. Probes will go into uncharted territory for Voyager 1 will be the farthest away in years. There are more than 14 billion items created by humanity, kilometers distant, and will traverse the galaxy for a few thousand or a few million years, with both probes delivering our message. We'll wander in after departing the Milky Way, perhaps in interstellar space forever. The Voyager spacecraft demonstrate our intention to investigate and comprehend the cosmos. They demonstrate that humans are capable of incredible feats even when things seem impossible. As we examine the information they, Voyager, send back, one thing for sure: tale will motivate individuals for years to investigate, learn, and aim high. When considering how effective these missions, hence it's critical to keep in mind that the Voyager spaceship were intended to investigate the outer solar system and return data because of the intelligent individuals behind the initiative and the spacecraft's lengthy lifespan. They've developed into new discoveries made by intergalactic explorers, ground in ways no one could have predicted. The current discoveries made by Voyager 1 and 2 include providing us with fresh information about celestial stars and these expeditions in the interstellar medium